Hi dear friends, as in last video we have discussed about the general settings about the Autocad 2013, and as earlier we have seen that in upcoming video we were supposed to go to the different tools that are being used in Autocad, and now in this video let us see what exactly different tools are being there for drafting any kind of the Autocad drawings. So this on the screen, as earlier I have shown you that the screen can be taken setting from this particular place, and from that we have taken this particular scene of the screen of AutoCAD. So let us see what exactly the tools are being there for drafting any kind of the drawings. So when you go on this home tab, you can see this particular different kinds of the tools, and number of tools are there which are being used for drafting of any kind of the drawings. So let us see what exactly these tools are being there. So if you go over here, if you just take your cursor on any kind of the tools, what exactly this tool is there, that information is getting pop up. So this particular tool is related to the line, in wherein it is mentioned that the create straight line segments. With line, you can create a series of continuous line segments, each segment in a line object that can be edited separately. So as you've seen, when we take an arrow on any kind of the tool get one pop-up window get over there, and you see what exactly this tool is there. Okay, let us see. The line is generally nothing but a line where we require to draw in any kind of the drawing to show the line, the wall thicknesses, or any kind of the things that we are supposed to be show in drawing, that could be shown by this particular tool, that is line. Then it is a polyline. The polyline is nothing but a series of lines which each connected to each other, means it will be a single object. Means if I supposed to draw a particular, as in this particular drawing it is shown, if you go on this particular polyline and if you see this particular drawing, so this drawing of number 1 2 3 4 5 6 and again 1, this all the 6 lines will be interconnected with each other. Means if I am going to select any one line, then all these 6 lines will be get selected. As in polyline, these all are being drafted in a series. As in line, if you draw the same kind of the figure, it will not be single, because it is not connected. The line number 1 2 will be the separate, and 2 3 will be the separate. Okay, so wherever you require, you can use both different lines, that it might be a line or polyline. In polyline, you can draw any kind of the line, straight lines, curves, and the different shape of the figures. So after that, this is a circle. If we are interested to draw a circle anywhere in the drawing, we can take this tool. Once we take this tool, this tool is supposed to be click on the position where we are supposed to be draw a circle, and we are supposed to put the radius or diameter whatever we are having, and accordingly the this particular figure is going to be drawn. So if I click it over here, just look at this. Means if we are having the points of reference points, which kind of reference points you are having, according to that you can pick any kind of the circle from this particular location. When you are having a arrow at any of the tool, you are supposed to check it, because as we seen in line and polyline, no any arrows are there, but whereas in the circle the down arrow is there. So in this down arrow, we are supposed to check exactly what another options are being there, because when you are having the circles, the arrows over there, they might be there, more options could be there available on that particular location. So just go through this. The in first one, the center and radius, means you are supposed to show the center, the point out the center point of the circle, and just enter the radius of that circle. Accordingly, by using these these things, you can draw a circle. Then center and diameter, instead of radius, if you are having diameter, you can put it diameter. Then 2 points, if you are having any two reference points wherein your uh, circle is supposed to be drawn, so you can show the 2 points. If you are having three reference point where your circle is supposed to be touched, so you can show this particular, you can use this 3 point. Then tangent points, if you are having, then tan means two tangent points and one radius can be given, and third one will be the three tangent points. So likewise, you are having options in the circle. Then related to the arc, again, if you are supposed to draw a arc, you are supposed to go on this particular tool. In arc also, you are having this all the things or options how you are supposed to draw any arc, because depends on the location or the position or the condition you are having at your drawing, you can pick up any the said conditions and you can draw arc. After that, you can come over here that if you are supposed to draw a rectangle or polygon, you can pick it from here. Then if you are supposed to draw a ellipse, you are having that particular tool over here, you can draw ellipse over here. Then while going for any kind of the hatching, means if I am supposed to show material properties in cross section, then I am supposed to be show the hatching. So by this particular tool we can show the hatching. Then these are the general drafting tools, means you can see over here that these are the draw tools, wherein you are having another some other options are also there, so you can pick it from here. Okay, so basic drawing tools are this line, polyline, circle, arc, rectangle, polygon, ellipse and hatching. These are the general drawing tools. After this, if we are interested to go for modifying this particular drawings, we are supposed to require this particular modify tools. So in modify tools, generally what we are having, move, when we are supposed to move any kind of the object or the drawing from one place to the another, we are supposed to use this move tool. Then copy, if I'm supposed to copy any kind of the object or the drawing or any kind of the draw a shape in drawing, then I can select it, copy it and paste it as shown in drawing, as shown in this particular drawing or tabs. We can see that the one particular object is copied and the second object is created. So then stretch, in stretch what is happening, that if I'm drawn any kind of the object at any location, I'm interested to extend it, the dimension is supposed to be increased as shown in this particular drawing. So the circle, dotted circle and this dotted circle and dotted portion of the drawing is shown where actually the drawing was, and it is extended beyond that lines by using this stretch tab or tool, we can say that. The rotate, rotate it means that if you have drawn any kind of the drawing and you are supposed to change its alignment, then you can change its alignment by using the rotate tools, wherein these rotate tools can be used, clicked, select the object and rotate by what degree of angle you are supposed to be done. Then this is the mirror, when you are having any kind of the object in two numbers and the both the diagram or the drawings are in a mirror shape, means as you can observe this particular drawing as it is shown, the line showing the number showing 1 2 and 3, that portion hatched by white color was drawn firstly, the half portion of this particular drawing was drafted firstly, and by putting this particular mirror image, the complete this shape is being drafted. So likewise, if we are supposed to provide or if we are supposed to create an image error, the mirror image of any kind of the drawing or the uh, any kind of the object, then we can go for this mirror scale. This particular tool is being used to draw or to enlarge or make an object smaller or larger in scalar way. We can say that if I'm having any kind of the object and I'm interested to increase its size or decrease the size by complete object, so we can go for this particular tool, that is scale. In this particular tool we are supposed to select the scale object, enter the scale, and you will get the object as enlarged or smaller one as shown in the drawing. Then the trim tool is there. In this particular tool, trimming is nothing but cutting the lines or the cutting the objects. Means if I am interested to cut down any kind of the lines which is extended beyond the boundary, so that unwanted lines beyond the boundaries I am supposed to be cut down, and that cutting of the extended lines or the figures, that could be possible with the help of this particular trimming or trim, we can say that. In this stream we can also have one extend. If any line I have drawn that is not touching any kind of the any of the object or the line, and I'm interested to touch that line or to extend that line up to that particular boundary, so I can again go for the extending that line. So these two tools are there for trimming and extending. Then the fillets and chamfer, this both the tools are being used to join the corners, because if I'm having any kind of the corner of the boundary of the plot, at that location you can join your corners with any kind of the radius or any kind of the angle with these two tools, that is fillet and chamfer. And this is related to the blend curves. The blend curves is nothing but if you are having any kind of the curves, and if you are supposed to uh, rotate that curves in any angle, then you can go with the help of this blend curves. Next is array. The array is related to the particularly if I am interested to get any one particular object in number of the series. If I am having number and spacing, then automatically by using this particular array tools I will get an n number of the objects of any kind of the single object by putting the numbers and the spacing of it and angles or rather the direction, is it x direction or y direction is there. So within a few fractions of second you can get the n number of the objects of a similar kind of the object by using array tool. Now let us see this. These are the some of the again tools that is used. If you are interested to erase any kind of the object or the lines, we can use the erase tool. Then explode. If I'm having any kind of the object and I'm interested to get that object into the different types of the figures and shapes of the shapes, then I'm supposed to use this explode button. Then this particular tab is very much useful for offsetting any kind of the figures or the shapes with the particular measurement. It means that if I am having a circle and I am supposed to show the same circle with a specific dimension of the say 30 centimeter or 30 mm, so I can just put an offset and I can get the particular diagram of the shape on a specific dimension. The same figure will be get offsetted by the specific dimension. So these are the general drawings and modification tools which is being used for drafting of the drawings. Then let us come to this next point, that is the layers. Though so this particular tool is very much essential, or rather I will say that very much useful for drafting of any kind of the drawings, because see what happening in the drawings. Generally what we are doing, we are just preferring to go for drawing on the AutoCAD, and we are not providing any kind of the layers to any kind of the members of the drawing. But generally what it is happening, that when you are supposed to modify any kind of the particular member in drawing, if you are not gone through the layers, the editing of that particular drawing will be a very difficult. And if I am interested to get an very easiness into the drawing or particular selection of the particular kind of the materials or particular figure, then I can go for the layers and in this particular thing, if you come over here, The layer properties is there. So okay, let us click on this. Once you click on the layer properties, you will get and this window wherein you can just uh, get another one layers. So I have clicked on this particular tool over here where new layer or alter n, you can press it over here. Once you get a layer, new layer over here, okay, let's type down here what exactly you are interested. Okay, I will require it is layer as a wall. In this layer, what the things are being there, we are supposed to just go through that one by one. Once you got it over here, just look at this is nothing but the button which we have shown here is related to the, is it that layer supposed to be shown or not. This is the button over here. Let us see what it is being exactly. The layer, if I'm interested to see the this particular layer on the drawing, then it should be on. If I'm not interested to see these layers drawing and shapes of the drawings on the drawing, then just make it off. Okay, so this will be the layer on off button. Then the freeze, if someone can be edited or if I'm supposed to be edit the drawing, it will be off. If I'm not supposed to be edited, then it will be a frozen, because no one should be go for editing over there. The lock button is there. Color, okay, so the color is nothing but what, the different colors can be selected for these particular layers. So by selecting this, the layer will be having some different color, so we can understand that okay, wall is of having green color, so let us find the green colors, draw whatever figures we are having or the shapes we are having in our drawing, that will be of wall. Then the line type, which kind of line types you require is shown over here. So accordingly we can take the according to the use of our use or that particular type of the drawing, we can select any kind of the drawing or any kind of the shape of the lines. Then line weight, what line weight you are interested to show for that particular type of the wall, so you can select it from over here. So likewise we can get the n number of the uh, different layers. So okay, walls, then window, again go for selection of these colors and these all things. You can just do it and just prepare the different kind of the layers. Once you draft that layers, you can see over here that these two layers we have just prepared over there, and these two layers are over here. So okay, the whichever selected layer is there, on that we are going to be worked. Or rather we can say that if I drawn a line, I will say this is the line. Rather select and select any kind of this. So you can select that, say that this is a window line. Okay, so the layer applied for this line is window. So likewise this particular layer is being very useful for drafting of the drawing. Okay, in next upcoming videos we can see what exactly use of this particular things are being there. And now these are the annotation, means once we draw the figure or the drawings, we are supposed to show what exactly these measurements are being there. So we can just take down the line, so we can take a measurement. Okay, so likewise we can show the measurements like this. Okay, the setting related to the linear or the measurements or the dimension we will see in upcoming video. So basically these are the tools related to the measurements or annotation what we are showing on the drawings, can be taken from here. If we click over here, you are having some another options related to the measurements: linear measurement, align measurement, angular measurement, arc length, radius, diameter, ordinate system, jogged dimensions. These all things are being there, so you can prefer it all these things. Then block. The block is nothing but if any object is being prepared and being used same at every time, then we can just prepare and block of that particular item and can be kept over here in block, and can be used in ready condition in the drawing. So the block, again, these things we are going to see in our upcoming video. Next is the property. Once we select any kind of this, what we can say that shape of the drawing, or in drawing any kind of the shapes of the figures, we can get